avocado on toast. This one actually looks really nice. Jamaican goat curry, £5 worth. Ew. So I'm going to... But my hand, that really hurt. And welcome to another video. So everybody loved my last cook with me, so I'm going to do another one. Brunch and dinner. I'm going to have avocado on toast for brunch. So let's get started, shall we? It is currently 12:30 now, so I'm going to be making avocado 11:30, not 12:30. I'm going to be making avocado, like a version of guacamole, but you know me guys, I don't like to follow recipes. I like to do my own thing when it comes to making up recipes. I hate buying avocados because they're never right, but this one actually looks really nice. Look at that. It's a bit grey in places, but that's fine, I think. I love avocados, but I never buy them, hardly ever, because I just hate it when they're just hard or they're just not right. But anyway, I'm cutting the avocado like this so that I can mash it easier. Do that to both of them. And then I'm going to be adding some lemon. I got this lemon from my fridge. It's been in my fridge for a couple of days, so I'm going to squeeze all of this into here. And then I have some garlic, which I'm just peeling, and then I'm going to squeeze that into my avocados. And then I have this coriander, which is not looking its best. It is over a week old. I'm going to cut around it, and then hopefully in the middle it's nice and fresh still. Okay, so the middle part looks fine, so I'm just going to cut some of that into here. And then I'm going to use some jalapeños. I'm going to take 2 out of here. So 1, 2, actually I might do 3. Let's do 3. Why not? And then while this is here, I'm going to actually take some of the juice out and put it into here. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. I find it gives it a really nice flavour. I got that tip from my sister Tot, so thanks for that, Totty. Just going to cut these up really fine and then stick them straight into here. Now it's time to mash it all together. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on first, actually. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and mashing. I find that the easiest way to mash is with a potato masher. What is it called? A potato crusher. Potato masher. Yeah, I think it's called a potato masher. But anyway, I'm just going to mash it all together. And that is all done. It is so tasty. I just tasted it and it's so tasty. Always comes out so nice when I make it like this. I could just eat it like this. But I'm not going to. I'm going to be having it with one of these sandwich thins. These have 101 calories per thin. And it's like a tiny piece of bread basically. So I'm going to toast that for a couple of seconds. then I'm going to spread that on. But first I'm going to make some egg because Issa is going to have some egg too. He doesn't really eat a big breakfast, so I like to make him something around this time when I'm eating, just so that he has something to keep him going, because he's so fussy. I just don't know what to do about him anymore. He just does not like eating anything. But I'm hoping that will change in time, inshallah. So now I'm going to be making the scrambled egg. I'm just going to break 2 eggs. These are large eggs, they are massive, into a bowl. Hello. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Oh, careful, baby. Oh, did you ouchies? You want to sit up here? Me. Oh. Oh, baby. So Issa's joined us. He's in his nappy because he had a bit of an accident in the car. And I just haven't got him changed again. He hates getting clothes on, so I'm just like, I'll only do it when he needs it. Anyway, just mixing up the eggs. Issa wants to help. Thank you. Oh, wow. Such a great helper. Well done. Mixy, mixy. Wow. So clever. Mix, mix, mix. Yay. Yay. Issa, keep doing it. Keep mixing slowly, slowly. I'm going to add a tiny bit of milk to this. Just about a tablespoon of milk. Mixy, mixy. Mixy, mix it. Wow. Yay. Clever. This boy just loves helping me. He always comes into the kitchen and helps me whenever I'm doing things, don't you? You just love it. And that makes me very happy. I'm going to be using a frying pan. Oh, no! Mixy, mixy. You're going to have to excuse the state of my cooker because I have not cleaned it in a little while. I'm going to add some butter, just a little bit, not too much, to the bottom of the pan. Thank you, good boy. Yes, but we're going to put it in here now. We're going to cook it, make eggies. And then I'm going to put this straight into the pan. Wow. Wow, is that good? Mixy, mixy. And then I'm just going to keep stirring this until it turns into scrambled eggs. That is all cooked. I've taken it off the heat and now I'm going to put my toast in.
Nanny.
Oh, why have you got an egg? Don't play with eggies, please.
Oh.
Come on, we've got to put toast in now. You want to help? Yeah, put this in. In the toaster. Like this. Wow. Good boy. Now, push it down. Woo. Oh, we need to plug it in. Okay, I'm going to remove Issa away from the situation, plug the toaster in, and then put them on for a minute. Look. I'm just going to do a quick tidy up while the toast is getting done, and then we'll put it all together. So Issa's food is all done. I'm just going to put a bit of cheese on top of his eggs. Is it hot?
Hot.
Yeah. And his breakfast is done. So that's his.
No.
That's yours, baby. Go cool down a little bit, okay? Now for mine. So what I like to do, let me zoom you in so you can see. I like to put some avocado on top of my toast. A good amount.
No.
And just squash it down as much as I can. I will also put a bit of cheese on top because I love cheese. Literally the tiniest amount, just so I can have the flavour of the cheese. So this is my breakfast and I'm going to go and enjoy this. It looks so delicious, it tastes so nice. So I will see you at dinner time.
The following day.
So it's the next day now and I didn't film what I ate yesterday because I just completely forgot. But I am going to film what I'm making today, which is going to be Jamaican goat curry. I love this recipe. This is a recipe that my mum gave me and I'm going to be using this because it's just the best one that I found. So I'm going to start with my meat, which I already have washed. I just bought this £5 worth. Ew. All up my arm, how gross. Anyway, I'm going to be using this is £5 of mutton leg or shoulder. I can't remember. If you guys know what this meat is, then please tell me, because it goes to the guy, whatever is the least fattiest, give me that one. £5 in money worth of that. So £5 worth of meat there, and I just washed it, got all of the, you know, the extra like slimy bits off it. And now I'm going to add the curry powder, garlic, onion, thyme, bay leaves, allspice and oil. That is to marinate it. It says to leave it to marinate for 3 hours. So this is gonna marinate for like 4, 5, 6 hours maybe. It says or overnight, so longer the better, I'm guessing. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm gonna put all of those ingredients that I just said onto here, cover it, stick it in the fridge. So that is all marinated, ready for cooking a little bit later. Can't wait. I love Jamaican goat curry. It's just the best thing. So I'm going to tidy up this mess and then I'm going to finish off editing a video. So that's what I'm going to be doing while this is marinating. Obviously I'm going to get Elisa and then I'm going to cook it later on. But I will see you in a few hours. So it's now time to make dinner. I am going to be using my Instant Pot today. I'm going to put it on saute mode and then I'm going to get the meat out of the fridge. This is what the meat looks like. It smells delicious. I cannot wait to eat this. So it says to use butter, but I'm going to use a little bit of butter and some olive oil just because butter is just way too fattening. So I'm going to put about a small tablespoon of butter and then just top it off with a bit of vegetable oil, and then I'm going to fry the meat in my Instant Pot. So this is how much butter I'm going to use, literally not that much. I think that butter gives things such a nice flavour, so I'm not going to skip this out just to save on calories because I know that it's going to give it a nice flavour. So it says to cook this for 10 minutes and just brown the meat off, and then we can do the next step, which I'm going to prepare now. So I'm just going to leave this on and I'm going to prepare the stock. Before the stock, I'm boiling the kettle, and I'm going to use the same bowl because of the juices and stuff that are still in here. I'm going to add a stock cube to this bowl, and then I'm going to wait for the kettle to boil and pour the water into here. I'm not the kind of person who likes to measure things, so I didn't measure the water, but it's about a cup of water I put in here, but it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to add more to this anyway after when I need to. So I'm just going to add that much now, mixing the stock cubes around so that they all dissolve and also get all of the juice off the edges of this, all the like leftover onions and stuff like that. So I'm going to burn me hand, that really hurt. But anyway, I'm gonna mix this again. Okay, what I'm also going to do is cut a Scotch bonnet chilli. This is huge, so I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to use half of it for this, and I'm going to use half of it for the rice. So I'm just going to stick that in now. Just checking the recipe to see what else I need to do. Stir in the stock and the chilli, bring it to a boil, lower the heat and simmer for 1.5 hours until the meat is tender. The meat is nicely browned now. I'm going to be adding in my stock. And that's it. I'm just going to top it off with water just so it's just covered, and then I'm going to put it on to pressure cook. If you're not pressure cooking, if you don't have an instant pot, then you can still do this recipe. Just cook it for a lot longer. I would say 2 to 3 hours for the softest meat. But if you have an instant pot, it literally takes like 40 minutes to do that exact same thing. Instant pots are so great. You can slow cook, you can do anything in here. You can make rice in here, you can make porridge, you can make yogurt in this thing. Never tried making yogurt, but it does sound interesting. But I'll leave a link to this down below if you want to buy one of these. They are so worth the money because they are such a time saver, and honestly, every time I cook in these, I just love whatever I make in it. So I'm going to add the stock to this now. I'm just going to scrape down the bottom because the bottom has got spices stuck on there from frying the meat. So I'm just going to scrape it all down, and I'm going to add a little bit more water just so that it's almost covered. I think that's fine. Give that another stir. And now I'm going to put the lid on. And this is now ready to cook. I'm going to press cancel to stop the saute mode. Make sure that the vent is closed. Pressure cook for 40 minutes. Perfect. Now that's all done. Dinner is basically ready in 40 minutes. I'm going to be preparing the rice while this cooks. I'm going to wash it now, and then I'm going to show you what I do with it. I have 1 cup of rice, which is plenty. I'm going to put that into here, and then I'm going to use this to wash it very thoroughly until the water is clear. So to wash the rice, I'm going to just run water on top of it, move it around a little bit, and then just keep pouring the water out. And this jug just makes life so much easier because it just doesn't spill through. I will link this jug down below as well if you want it. I'm not rubbing the rice because if I rubbed the rice, it would break it. I'm just literally making my fingers go through it really gently so that all of the starch comes off it. If you have rice which isn't washed thoroughly, you'll get soggy rice, like sticky rice, which is not nice. You kind of just want very separate grains when you're making this kind of rice anyway, or biryani or anything like that. This is how you get it to be really separate and nice. So that's what I'm doing. So this has finished cooking and it has been venting slowly, letting out the air for 30 minutes. So I'm going to let all of the air out and then I'll show you what it looks like inside. This is what it looks like. It is looking gorgeous. It smells delicious. And I'm going to turn it back onto saute mode and just cook it down a little bit so it's not so watery. I just tasted it for salt and I think it does need some salt, so I'm going to add some.
Nanny.
What is it, baby?
No. Wow. Baby.
So it's starting to cook down a little bit. I'm going to show you how soft the meat is right now. This is 40 minutes of cooking it and it literally breaks apart so easily. Like, look at that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to make the rice. I'm going to cut up half an onion. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to this pan. I've got it on a high heat. About a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to add the onion. I'm going to add a bit of thyme. I'm going to keep stirring that. I'm going to turn the heat down about halfway. So I've decided that I'm going to add some potatoes to the meat because I always like potatoes with goat curry. It tastes really nice. So I'm going to add 3 potatoes to this. So the potatoes have been added. Now I'm going to carry on with the rice. So the onions have browned slightly, which I didn't really want, but don't matter. To this I'm going to add some kidney beans. I'm literally just going to wing it. I don't know how many I'm going to add. I'm just going to guess. I'm going to add 1 cup of coconut milk. Mix that up. I'm going to add 1 cup of water, which I'm going to add some stock to this in a second. So that's just adding 1 cup of stock. And then I'm going to add a stock cube, which is a little Maggi one. I'm just going to crumble that up and then add it so it dissolves really easily. Lovely. And then I'm going to give the sauce a little taste. Tastes great. That's good. I'm going to turn the heat up to get this to a boil. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt because I feel like it needs a little bit. I drained out my rice and that is ready to add to that when it starts boiling. So the potatoes are cooking away in here. It's on saute mode at the moment, but I'm going to turn that off and I'm going to pressure cook that for 5 minutes. And that will be ready once 5 minutes is up. Now I can see that my rice water is starting to boil, so I'm going to put the rice in. I'm going to give that a quick stir and let that come to a boil again. Letting this boil for about 5 minutes until all the rice starts to cook, and then I'm going to give it a stir so that all of the kidney beans get mixed in really nicely and stay in the middle of the rice. And then I'm going to put it on a really low heat and cover it. As you can see, the rice has started cooking and the beans are sitting in the rice. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know if it's true. But that's how I do it, basically. Just wait till it cooks a little bit. Yeah, baby. I just wait till it cooks a little bit and then I cover it, turn it really low. But I'm going to be putting my chilli on top of there just to give it a little bit more flavour. And now I'm going to turn it really low and cover it. So while the rice and that is cooking, this has just started its 5 minutes now. So I'm going to be making a mango salsa. So for my mango salsa, I'm going to just cut up some mango really fine. I'm going to cut some mango and put it aside for Elisa as well because she loves mango.
Mango?
Yeah, mango. Now I'm going to cut up some red pepper, onion and coriander, and I'm just going to put that into this bowl too. This has finished. I'm just going to leave it for a few minutes to release the steam naturally, and then I'll check on it in a minute. This is what the rice is looking like. It is almost done, but I can still hear and see the water in there. So I'm going to do this quickly while that finishes cooking and that finishes steaming. I don't know. I'm going to do this. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. This has been venting for 5 minutes. I'm gonna let all the steam out. The rice is done. So it's starting to stick on the sides a little bit, but that's how you know it's done. Look how nice and fluffy it is, nice and grainy, delicious. I cannot wait to eat this. The rice got a little bit more stuck than I would like, but you know, these things happen. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to open that when it's all vented out. So we're just waiting for this to go down and then we can open it. This smells so good. Oh my god. The potatoes are perfectly cooked. I'm just going to saute this for just a few minutes to thicken up the sauce a little bit. And then I'm going to add some coriander. And now the food is all ready. I'm just going to dish it out and I'll show you the end result. And that is my dinner all done. How delicious does that look? Oh my god, do you just want to eat that right now? Because I do, and I am going to. But I'm going to end the video now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this cook with me. I will leave all of the recipes and everything that I can linked down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.